With Atlantico Sul Shipyard, a strong and internationally competitive shipbuilding industry is reborn in Brazil. The shipyard is a global-scale company, having as shareholders the Brazilian enterprises Camargo Correia, Queiroz Galvão, and PJMR. The international shareholder is the South Korean Samsung Heavy Industries, which is also the technology partner of the undertaking. One of the competitive edges of Atlantico Sul Shipyard lies in its location, in the port and industrial complex of Suape, in Ipojuca, a city in the state of Pernambuco, northeast of Brazil. The complex has a privileged strategic location in the so-called Golden Triangle of the oil map. This triangle comprises the Gulf of Mexico, the west coast of Africa, and the promissory pre-salt layer region in Brazil. In this respect, Atlantico Sul Shipyard has significant advantages in meeting the demand of vessels and offshore units. The industrial plant of Atlantico Sul Shipyard has an installed processing capacity of 160,000 tons of steel per year, resulting from an investment of 2 billion Brazilian reais, and occupies attractive land of 1,620,000 square meters in the port complex of Suape. Atlantico Sul Shipyard builds all types of cargo vessels of up to 500,000 deadweight tons, such as oil tankers, including the very large crude carrier type, bulk carriers, and cargo ships, among others. Additionally, Atlantico Sul Shipyard builds offshore platforms of all types, such as the semi-submersibles and FPSOs, as well as drill ships for the oil and gas industry. The shipyard facilities have been designed to provide maximum productivity and efficiency throughout the production process. Ships bringing steel plates and profiles into the shipyard are unloaded by cranes at the wharf. The steel is then kept at the storage yard. The storage yard is equipped with traveling cranes that put the plates and profiles onto conveyor tracks for transportation to the plate blasting and painting shop. After the pre-treatment, the steel is conveyed to the shops. The cutting shop is equipped with 8 state-of-the-art cutting machines. After the cutting process, the plates are conveyed to the flat and curved block shops. The flat block shop's paneling line is one of the biggest in the world, with a daily production capacity of 6 17 by 16 meter sized panels. The panel is then transported to the final assembling line by a conveyor track system. The curved block shop is used to assemble the panels that will compose the bow and stern blocks of the ship. The blocks are sent to the advanced blasting and final painting shops by self-lifting flatbed transporters, each with a 320-ton capacity. In the 6 blasting cabins, designed to comply with rigid environmental standards, the blocks are treated with hydroblasting techniques, painted, and then transported to the pre-erection and advanced finishing areas. The pipe shop has automatic cutting machines as well as pipe forming machines. After the surface treatment, the pipes are sent to the painting, pre-erection, and advanced finishing areas. In the pre-erection and advanced finishing area, cranes operate to help place equipment and piping into the blocks. The erection of mega blocks, weighing up to 2,700 tons inside the dry dock, is performed by 2 Goliath cranes, capable of lifting 1,500 tons each, and able to operate in synchrony. The size of this equipment allows for a substantial reduction in the construction time, thus placing Atlantico Sul Shipyard in the distinct group of 4th-generation plants, at the same level as the most modern Asian shipyards. The dry dock is 400 meters long, 73 meters wide, and 12 meters deep. Such sizing allows for the construction of super tankers, such as the very large crude carrier that is 380 meters long, with up to 2,500,000 deadweight tons of capacity, among other types of large vessels. Seeking to optimize production, Atlantico Sul Shipyard makes use of an advanced construction methodology, building two hulls simultaneously in the dry dock. After the final paint job in the hull, the 3,600,000 cubic meters capacity dry dock is flooded for the ship launching. After the launching, the ship is moored at the 730 meters long outfitting quay for final assemblies, equipment commissioning, dock and sea trials. After obtaining the statutory certifications, the vessel is delivered to the ship owner. Observant to the increasing opportunities that have arisen with the offshore oil exploration around the world and the discovery of mega reserves off the Brazilian coast, Atlantico Sul Shipyard has an area of 340,000 square meters for the construction and repair of oil platforms. This area has a wharf of 680 meters length. The infrastructure of Atlantico Sul Shipyard also includes administrative head offices, restaurant, dressing rooms, first aid medical ambulatory, support offices, helipad, parking area. A naval cluster integrating the shipbuilding productive chain is expected to be established in the surroundings of Atlantico Sul Shipyard. The purpose is to bring to this region the various suppliers of goods and services that might partner with the shipyard. Among the suppliers are manufacturers of naval parts, metallic bars and profiles, paints, equipment, electrical material, and nautical furniture. Metal making, pipelining, and galvanizing companies, among others, also will make part of this naval pole. Apart from contributing for the reinvigoration of the Brazilian shipbuilding industry, this undertaking has a strong social impact. It starts with the creation of around 11,000 direct and indirect jobs in the yard. Residents of deprived communities of the 5 districts in the vicinity of the Suape complex are given priority for the job openings in the industrial area of the shipyard. The workforce is being qualified at the Engenheiro Francisco Vasconcelos Training Center, the first nautical technical school of the Northeast region, an investment of 3.5 million Brazilian reais. Atlantico Sul Shipyard invested a total of 16 million Brazilian reais in training programs. The inclusion of a local workforce is just one of the initiatives that express the corporate citizen attitude of Atlantico Sul Shipyard. One of the pillars of the company is the social responsibility commitment. Among its social programs, we can highlight the construction of a modern residential condominium with 1,328 houses for the employees. Another important social action is the Tatuoka program, launched to provide literacy and formal employment inclusion to residents of the nearby communities of the Suape complex. Around 100 community members were hired to work at the shipyard through this program. In Ipojuca, the old municipal slaughterhouse was transformed by Atlantico Sul Shipyard into a model educational unit, named the Birthplace of Talents, donated to the City Hall. A sustainable environment is a priority for Atlantico Sul Shipyard. In the environmental protection area, the company complies with international, national, and regional requirements and practices a preventative policy. To fulfill such a policy, environmental responsibility practices have been adopted. The strategy involves the mobilization of everyone related to the shipyard, such as employees, suppliers, customers, and nearby communities. By joining forces, Atlantico Sul Shipyard engages in the implementation of several programs. One of the objectives is to protect the biodiversity of the abundant nature of the region. Another important target is to preserve the quality of the nearby well springs and sources of water through rigorous biomonitoring techniques. The selective waste collection ensures that a correct destination is given to all residues. including the recycling of metals, paper, plastic, and wood. International standards are being followed not only as far as the environment is concerned, but also regarding quality, safety, and occupational health. By complying with these world-class requirements, our organization commits itself to its clients, suppliers, and naval industry bodies for the attainment of the ISO 9001, ISO 14001, and OHSAS 18001 certifications. Such cutting-edge and management characteristics grade Atlantico Sul as a world-class shipyard. Atlantico Sul Shipyard, a landmark in the revitalization of the shipbuilding industry in Brazil.